So we have two concepts when it comes to especially ball and socket joints in the shoulder as well as the hip. But specifically in the shoulder, we have this concept of mobility and stability. So my last video showed some work to work on that stability. However, somebody needs to be able to move that shoulder within the appropriate range of motion in order to do that exercise. So a quick little scan of somebody's ability to move that arm. So Patrick's going to have his arms by his side, thumbs pointing up to the ceiling and going into flexion. So that means he's bringing his arms all the way up overhead. And I'm looking at the quality of the movement. Has the scapula raised up? Has he been able to keep that both arms moving completely up? And then he's going to bring his arms back down. I can measure those for degrees of measurement, but just looking for a quick little scan here. Now I'm going to turn his hands palms towards the front of the room here. Arms go out to the side, going into abduction. So he's bringing those arms up overhead, bringing in this frontal plane movement. And then he'll bring his arms down, so moving into adduction because the arms are returning back towards his side. Now we can check rotation in a variety of different ways. The first one is going to be in the neutral shoulder position, meaning his elbows are directly below his shoulders. Palms are facing towards one another and his elbows are bent at about 90. With those elbows just staying loosely by his sides, he's going to move those forearms away from one another. And then don't be fooled when somebody moves that way that they move more with their wrist and their shoulder. And then bring his hands in to bring his hands onto his stomach area here. So that's a lower level check. Then we can do something that's a little bit more higher level. So Glenn, step on off for me and stand facing towards the table. And we're going to move one hand up behind the neck while the other hand is coming up the back. So we're bringing those hands towards one another, still looking straight ahead, still keeping the body lined up, and then we're changing which arm is up and which arm is down. A little bit more challenging. So now you can see some asymmetry in the shoulders in this particular move. And then bring those arms down by your side. Stay facing where you are. The last range is going to be shoulder extension. So Patrick will keep his thumbs pointing forward and he's reaching both arms straight back behind him while he keeps his chest proud and his eyes going forward and then slowly bringing the arms back. So those are the ranges of motions of the shoulder. We have flexion, abduction, adduction, internal and external rotation, and extension. The last one is going to be our horizontal ab and adduction, which is reaching across the body. So turn around and face towards the front, and then take one arm and reach it towards me. So take one arm, take your right arm and reach it across this way. That's horizontal adduction. And then horizontal adduction, he's just reaching that same arm out to the